Welcome back. I've caught a very purry and furry kitten this morning. It's quite relaxing. He's taken to liking meditating with me, at least for a minute, until I get to the Dharma talk, and then he's like, I'm out of here. Anyway, welcome back. The topic this week has been that provocative topic of fear and its effect on us. And today we'll conclude this week's chatting about it. And tomorrow, in our weekly visit, when we all get together, we can uh, give our personal impressions of that. And at the start of the week, we mentioned this idea of imagine a life without fear, what what that would feel like. And for many of us, we have to literally imagine or conjure that. Some of us have been riddled with fear, and it was how we were brought up or the environment that we contracted when we were young. But be that as it may, it is evident that fear is, one of the great evils we humans have to face. The reason I love the great yogis of antiquity is that they came up with these beautiful stories or models, if you will, of reality. I believe they arrived at these models or these stories based on profound experiences, levels of consciousness that they had achieved in deep introspection and meditation. And we've talked about it before, but one of their greatest stories is of the five afflictions, the five great evils that humans will face in their conscious elevation toward their destiny. And, the first evil, the worst one, is avidya. We forget who we are. And then these other things start to fall into a nasty train, and it's ashmita, ego, false sense of self. And then we start to grab and clutch at the world, or we push things away that we don't like. And then we end up at the fifth and final klesha or affliction, which is abhinavesha, which translates means fear. It also means great fear, fear of death, if you will. And so it seems to be what happens to us human beings. Now, I'm of the opinion, this is my model, this is my understanding. I wholeheartedly believe in the God, love, source, being, origin of the universe, and that we're all extensions of it. And as extensions of it, we all have a channel, an artery, if you will, that connects us to this great, loving, interpenetrating, overarching power that we could experience. But we're cut off from it. And I think it's rather evident that the two great problems that clog our channel to God, if you will, that have been identified by spiritual masters are fear and then anger or resentment. And so any human soul that's harboring a lot of those things has clogged up their channel to God, and then we feel small, we feel separated, we feel a cat biting my brains out. Ouch. And thank you. And then our artery to God begins to constrict and contract. And as that happens, it's as if a tourniquet uh, is being tied around our artery or channel to God. And then the tighter that gets, the more disconnected we feel. I've heard some spiritual friends of mine say that spiritual disease is the disease of feeling disconnected. We feel small, we feel separate, we feel terrified, we anger easily, we covet, we're jealous, the seven deadly sins. And so it's incumbent upon us, if we realize that our own channel to God is blocked in this way, that we clear it up, that we clean it up. So all of us, as meditators, as yogis, as introspection advocates, as we look deep into ourselves and are willing to clean ourselves up, we go in there and we perform spiritual angioplasty. We start to scrape away this fear, this anger, this worry, but we find what it is inside of ourselves. And generally speaking, when we're afraid, we feel threatened and we feel danger and we feel like we're going to lose important things or not get what we want. And we've simply forgotten who we are. If there really is a God, if there really is a loving source in this universe, what could we possibly be afraid of? And I have to remind myself of that consistently because I forget. But we practice remembering together. And as we practice remembering together, our remembrance, our reminding gets stronger and stronger. And we all will arrive at a time when we have fully and completely overcome fear. And then, wow, the places we will go, as Dr. Seuss says. So I hope some of what I've said this week and some of your own introspection has given you some new ideas that have quelled fear and have helped to amplify that calm and confidence and bravery that allows us to face life with the best of ourselves. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow and we'll have our tribal visit.